Yo, what is up everybody, RexEncholada here. And today I have an OU battle versus Triple Finish, and I have battled him before and he does upload and his link will be in the description. But last time we battled an NU, so this time we brought it up a little bit. We skipped 3 tiers and we hopped on to OU. So looking at his team, the threats on his side of the field are that Solomon's, because Scarfman's is a threat to any team. And then he has that Reuniclus, and as you can see, my team cannot really handle Reuniclus outside of Scizor, but Scizor on this team is not banded. This Scizor is Scarf Scizor just because I wanted to try it, but then this guy decides that he doesn't want to bring a Lati for me to just U-turn out on and just kill with the surprise of the Scarf. So pretty much all that happened is I just bought a Scizor that's kind of weak. Looking at my team, pretty much standard stuff. I got Specially Defensive, Hippo, Sash, Alakazam, Tentacruel, Rotom. I have Calm Mind, Keldeo, but I have E-Belt instead of Leftovers, and then I have Scizor. So yeah, without any further ado, let's just get straight into this battle. So we're both going to have the same idea, and we're both just going to decide to lead off with our Scizors. And this is a better predicament for me, well not predicament, but this is a better situation for me because I am Scarfed. So I know that if he outspeeds me, he's Scarfed as well, and I don't have to worry about him doing too much damage. And then from the damage that he does on his U-turn, because he's obviously going to U-turn out, then I'll know whether he's banded or Scarfed or not as well. So I mean, either way, I'm getting some information about this Scizor, and from that damage, he is banded. And that rhymes, that's cool. But yeah, he's going to go out to his Mints, and fearing this to be Scarf Mints with Earthquake, I am just going to switch out. But I'm not going to go out to my Rotom just in case he decides he wants to be that guy, just like goes for Outrage for no reason. I'm going to go out to my Hippo because I know my Hippo can take an Outrage a lot better than my Rotom can. And it turns out that he does just go for the Dragon Claw, and he reveals to me that he is Life Orb. And from that damage, I know that I can live another one. Like, I know I can live another Dragon Claw, and he has absolutely no reason to go for Outrage here. But he goes for the Hydro Pump, and that actually surprised me. But I do know that I'm specially defensive, so I know I can live at least one Hydro Pump. Because, I mean, it is coming from the Salamence, and it's not Stab, and I am specially defensive, and I'm a Hippo. So I am just going to take that opportunity to set up my rocks, and now I'm going to switch the F out of here. 69 HP. But yeah, now I'm going to get out of here because I do not want to take another Hydro Pump. But I'm just going to go out to my Rotom. He predicts this, makes a safe play. I think he just made the safer play and just went for another Dragon Claw. And luckily for me, the Life Orb and Sand is wearing him down because he is at 50% right now, and I've not even touched him. And that's pretty much how it's going to stay, because I cannot touch this thing with anything on my team besides Keldeo, but I don't want to bring that in. I can't bring that in safely. But I know from the Dragon Claw damage, again, I know I can live another one because of my lefty's recovery. So I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. Luckily, I do hit, and now he's just going to die in 2 turns. Like, he's just taking a shit ton of residual. Like, he's taking Life Orb, he's taking Sand, he's taking Burn, just all of that. And so here, I'm just going to go out to my Tentacruel because, I mean, if he wants to predict it and go for the Earthquake, then that's fine. He's burned. I can live it. But it turns out that he doesn't have Earthquake, or if he does, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Earthquake. And he just goes for Fire Blast, predicting my Scizor switching. He said that he predicted me to go to my Scizor so I can just kill him off with the BP. But, I just knew that after all that residual, he wasn't going to be alive at the end of the turn anyway, so it wasn't really worth it. And then I really didn't want my Scizor just taking any unnecessary damage just because it could come in handy. So I am just going to take this opportunity. He brings in his Hippo, and I'm just going to set up my spikes because I don't expect him to go for the Earthquake. I expect him to scare me out and go for the Rocks, and that's exactly what happened. And on this turn, I did just set up my Toxic Spikes, and then I only want 1 layer up, and now I'm just going to switch out, and I'm just going to fodder my Rotom. And I did know that it was going to die to Rocks, so I wasn't switching it in to dodge the Earthquake. I was sacking it to the Rocks because I don't have anything that I want to bring in on an Earthquake. And so here I'm just going to go out to my Keldeo, and I didn't want to bring in my Keldeo because, as I said earlier, I am E-Belt, and I don't have Lefty, so I don't have Recovery, so the EQ plus Sand damage will be wearing me down. But I'm going to make the double switch out to my Tentacruel, expecting him to want to bring in the Gastro to get the Storm Drain boost. But that just doesn't happen, and he just whirlwinds me out to my Scizor. And now I'm just going to go for the Bullet Punch just to make sure that he is physically defensive. And he is physically defensive because he just eats that up. And he goes for the Earthquake, and he crits me, which does not really matter at all, just because Scizor wasn't really going to be, like, versus his T-Tar could have done work, but that's about it. So I don't really mind losing my Scizor, and also gives me a safe switch into this. and I'm just going to take this opportunity, hope to win the speed tie, and just go for the slack off. And I do win the speed tie, except he just went for whirlwind and just got my hopes up for absolutely no reason. But it whirlwinds me out to my Keldeo, and so now at this point, I really don't care if he brings in his Gastro, just because, I mean, I just don't care. I don't know why I didn't go for the Hydro Pump before. I guess I just wanted to get the spin off. But he predicts me to stay in, and I do just stay in and just go for the obvious play. And pretty much I just did that just to bring in the Gastrodon, just because Gastrodon cannot touch me because I am Calm on Keldeo. And even at +1, I outspeed, so I can get to Calm Mind up, be back at neutral, and then I can just Calm Mind up on it, and then it won't be able to do as much damage. Just because Gastro, when it's not invested in special attack, doesn't hit that hard, just like most other things in the world. So I'm just gonna go for the Calm Mind as he goes for recover. He told me he misclick, but if that was a misclick, it was a smart one, because had I went for like Secret Sword, it would have done like a cool 50% at least, so he would have got that back up. But because he did go for the recover, I can get up another Calm Mind, and pretty much I'm just gonna destroy some stuff on his team. I mean, we got the Hydro Pumps. It's not rain, but we are on the beach, you know, so we can get that beach water boosted Hydro Pumps popping off. And I'm just gonna hit him with the Secret Sword, and it's just gonna destroy him, like all of his HP, just like every single bit of it. It's just gone. It's just like, it just straight dies. I mean, I know I'm at +2, but still, that's a Gastrodon. It has respectable defenses, like respectable HP, respectable defense, and it just dies. And here it brings out his Reuniclus. I do have the HP bug for the Celebies, and mainly Celebies. I don't even care about Reuniclus. I'm just gonna pop it off with a Hydro Pump because I was feeling real. And the HP bug would kill, like with the E-belt, and +2 it does like 100.1% or something like that. But I was just feeling real, you know. I got the beach boosted Hydro Pumps popping off. But at that range, he will be able to kill me off with the Bullet Punch. So I am just gonna switch out to my Tentacruel, because I know that after rocks damage, I will be able to take 2. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sack my Tentacruel just to spin. Really spinning was kind of, it wasn't like a bad play, but then again, it wasn't like the best play I could have done. But I did just want to spin just to alleviate some of the pressure from my Keldeo, because it doesn't have lefty, so it's going to be taking Sandstorm damage, and it is going to be taking Life Orb damage, or not Life Orb, it is going to be taking Rocks damage, so I didn't want him to take all of that residual, because the things he has left at this point are his T-Tar, his Hippo, and his Scizor, and Celebi, oh my lord, Keldeo just does work. There's no Celebi here at all. I don't even know where I got that from. But anyway, I'm going to go into my Hippo, because, you know, he can't really do anything to me, and I'm just going to slack off, and he switches out to T-Tar. And the way he switches out to T-Tar, we already know that he has Ice Beam, but I see the lefty, so I know he's not Specs, which for whatever reason anyone would run Specs T-Tar. I'm looking at you, Kirk. But anyway, I know that he's not Specs, so I will be able to take some Ice Beams. And I'm just going to EQ, and here, since he is poison, I could recover stall him, well, slack off stall him, but I don't want to do that just because I don't have the best of luck, and I don't want to get frozen by an Ice Beam, because I do need this thing for his Scizor, and it would also help versus his own Hippo. So I'm just going to finish this off with an Earthquake. I wanted to recover, but I didn't want to get frozen, so it was kind of just like alright, I'll just play it safe and just go for the EQ, because I still wall his Scizor. So at this point, he is just going to bring in that Scizor, and he's just going to go for the Bullet Punches. I don't know why he switched out in the first place, but hey, whatever floats his boat. I guess I get more damage off of the Ice Beam, but I ended up in the same exact spot. But he's going to go for the Bullet Punches. It actually is going to do a lot, but then I remember that I'm not physically defensive, so it should be doing a lot, because that's the Scizor and all that stuff. But I am going to be easily able to take these for days, and I'm just going to slack off, and I'm just going to go for an Earthquake here. And here I make a kind of strange play. Like, I go for the Whirlwind because I want to win with the least amount of risk involved possible. So I am just going to Whirlwind him out. And because I whirlwinded him out, he is going to take an extra turn of poison damage. And even though he does have lefties, it's still going to rack up, and it's just going to help me out. Because for my Alakazam to take him out, because my Alakazam at this point is the safest way to win. Like, I can still win with that and not have to risk missing Hydro Pump. But in order for me to take him out, he has to be at about 50%, depending on damage rules. I think 50% is like min to average damage roll. So I am just going to bring in my Keldeo after I let my Hippo die. I didn't win the speed tie, so I couldn't get off more damage, so I have to go out to Keldeo. And then here I'm just going to go for a Secret Sword just because it does that bit I needed to do. And at that point, he is in the range where a Psychic will be able to take him out. And because my Alakazam still has its sash, all I have to do is just bring it in, just go for a Psychic, and then his Scizor dies off the rocks. And then if it doesn't die off the rocks, I still have my sash, so he can't Oko me with anything. So that is GG. That will be the 1-2-0. Nope, that's the 1-0 because my Scizor got crit. So yeah, that'll be the 1-0 victory in my favor. It was a very good battle. It was great fun. And yeah, that's all I have to say. So yeah, Scizor just dies to rocks, which I didn't think it was gonna die. I was gonna be real. I was gonna go for Focus Blast, but then it just died to rocks anyway. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope that you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, remember that you are a rose in a field of daisies. Deuces.